Hello.
Episode 7.
Episode
Boom.
7. Boom. And it's been 3 months, and that's my fault.
It's no one's fault.
It's been busy.
We've both been busy, and there is a massive reason which I think we need to address. For any keen listeners of the podcast, you may have an idea as to why it's been a few months, because we did mention that something was in the pipeline for yourself, but...
Satisfactory just came out on PlayStation. That's why.
Come on. Tell them the real reason why we haven't done a podcast for a little while.
I've had a lovely baby boy.
Woo!
A lovely baby boy. Thank you.
Congratulations, man.
It's down to the wife, though, let's be honest. She put in the absolute groundwork.
I'm sure.
I was just trying to be as supportive as possible during those months.
Yeah.
But yeah, good Lord. It's an adventure.
Yeah.
It's an adventure.
And how was everything like initially? All the childbirth and stuff was all good?
It was tough.
Yeah.
We spent like a week in the hospital.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, man. So initially went in on like, I think the Sunday, because he wasn't moving as much. And then they said his heart rate was a little bit low.
Yeah.
They wanted to keep Tanya in for observation, but like, we want to leave this up to you. And then they basically gave us the option to stay over and then start the inducing with labor. Okay. So we're like, okay, cool. And then we know, it's about to happen. We're there. Let's just get it done.
Set, yeah.
But it ended up taking like 4 days to induce. And it was long. But we got to the end of the week.
Yeah.
Managed. Tanya was an absolute bloody legend.
Yeah.
And
amazing.
Just watching her kind of like navigate the stresses of that and still just putting smiles on doctors' faces and even calming me down when I'm supposed to be like supporting her.
Yeah. You guys still cracking jokes and stuff amidst it all?
Mate, she's like got gas and air just there like, woo!
Yeah.
I'm like, the doctors are trying to tell you something, Tanya, and she's like, oh, it's fine, I've got this, everything's fucking sound.
That's great, man.
Yeah. No, it was
what an experience.
Yeah,
were you there for this birth?
There for the birth.
Wow.
And then an absolute experience.
Yeah. And since then, like
an absolute experience.
Yeah, tell me about it. And
just an adventure, man. That's the only. It's really hard. It's really great.
Yeah.
It's really stressful.
Yeah.
It's incredibly rewarding.
Wow.
It's just like the polar opposites, minute to minute.
Yeah.
Like one time you're just like, he's crying. You're like, wow, what the fuck do you want from me? Like, why can't? And then you realize, oh no, wait, he's a baby. He has no idea what's happening. We're his whole world. So you're trying to like bring the stress levels down. Yeah. And then you'll go, oh my God, I've cracked it. Look, he's smiling at me. And then you'll just go, shit everywhere and piss on you. And just baby vibes, man. But, I'm sure a lot of our listeners have also been through the same journey. And two things it's made me realize is good God, single mothers, single parents in general, but mothers, good Lord. Yeah. Like, because there's people in the world right now that have had a baby, are on by themselves, still have to go to work and try and figure that out, or still try and pay rent. While dealing with it's that just blows my mind. The next appreciation is my own parents. Like just going, wow, Dad, like thank you so much. And still like smiling at me now, so thank you.
Wow, man, what an amazing experience.
It's been awesome.
I think it's going to be quite, if you're open to it, because I think obviously part of the podcast is about being super open about everything, really, especially about music, because that's the kind of recurring theme. But I do think it's going to be interesting to talk about yourself, your
100%.
journey as a father, and all that, because that's a huge part of it, and it obviously affects things. A lot of what we talk, and I'm sure it affects your workflow, creativity, and things like that. And a lot of what we talk about on the show as well is like how to make money and things like that. And now
that's a
you
big
need to
question
make
in it as well.
more money. I would probably think, because you've got a baby. So
I've got a baby, and also Tanya, like we're both freelancers, especially me with gigs and stuff. So Tanya,
so she's no maternity leave, right?
No maternity leave. I was very lucky to have this tech job where I work like part time. That they paid for my paternity.
Oh, amazing,
which is
man.
incredible. I feel incredibly blessed for that.
How long did you have off?
2 weeks. So it wasn't crazy.
But that
still
must have been so special, man, to have those 2 weeks, just the two of you.
Well, one of the weeks was in hospital. The next week was just at home. But 100%. Still blessed to have it, and I know a lot of other people aren't in the same position as me. So incredibly blessed to have it. But just like thinking of men in general, of 2 weeks in the UK is pretty like normal. And some people get like 6 months and stuff, which is incredible. If you're in that kind of yeah,
depends on the industry you're working, right?
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, 2 weeks just to go, cool, I'm going to be with my baby. Cool, I'll go back to work now. It's just like, oh man.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't know the exact dates and numbers and things like that, but I remember my brother-in-law, so my older sister's husband. He works in like a sort of IT tech sort of company, and they have, I think, the standard kind of 2 weeks or something like that. And he wanted more time off.
Yeah,
he absolutely adores his kids, and he's in an exclusively like male company, as far as I'm aware. And he went to them and said, I'm going to have more time off to spend with my kids. Basically just said he was going to do it more or less. And I think there was a bit of back and forth, and they weren't too happy initially, but I get the sense that he's kind of high up enough that he can kind of say that. Yeah. And hopefully that shifted things in the company as well for him, because, he wasn't happy with just the kind of the short amount of time. He was like, no, I want to spend more time with my kids. And, because women, I believe, get, 6 months to a year, depending on the company and stuff. Yeah. So... yeah,
which that's like recovery time.
Yeah, of course they need more, but
yeah, totally understandable. But going through this journey has made me realize there's not much support out there for like every time we've talked about like is the baby okay, is mom okay or stuff, but a doctor's never gone, Zach, how you doing?
Yeah,
and I'm the most stressed I've ever been in my entire life.
Yeah, but then we also go, well, they have just popped a human out of their body, so they do need more attention.
100%. But it's more like the recovery for them as well, right?
Yeah.
So it's just, and the mental strain that they go through of just pushing something out of their body, like it's just mental.
Yeah.
So totally understand. Well, I actually went to I think it was like Future Dads.
Okay.
Was just before we had the baby, like 2 weeks before, and they did this like 6-hour course in person around these like future dads to be, and how to like bathe the kids and a child and wash them and what to do like to clean their eyes and it's great, like all these little things that you wouldn't have thought of. So big up Future Dads. If you have got a baby on the way, check them out. It's really, really, really good just to meet some other like future dads as well.
Yeah.
Just go, hey, we're on the same journey together, which was
going to
be
a dad.
Yeah. That's but cool. Also it was like the type of dad that you wanted to be, how to support like your partner, like in giving birth and support them afterwards and stuff, and turning into this like supportive role and stuff, which is really vital as well. So
that sounds great,
it's really, really cool.
And so how old is the little tyke now?
8.5 weeks.
8.5 weeks. Okay, cool. So it's been a couple of months. And how are you? I'm sure it's all still like super fresh, but like I suppose in the last month when you've been kind of getting back to work, getting back into routine, how have you found kind of balancing like having to work again and having a child?
It's actually been like eye-opening.
Yeah.
The biggest thing around music and being a front man and performing and giving yourself to an audience, if you don't put that like 110% in, it's just not going to be the best show it could be.
Yeah.
And that's been the hardest thing for me, is when I've gone, I don't have the energy to give right now. But at the same time, like some of you guys have, maybe had a shit day at work and you need this, or you might have, like a couple might have just booked time off for this one time in a month that they can actually get out the house because they've got someone looking after the kids, and they've come to this event to see some live music, and I'm only at 60% of what it could be. So that's been like the hardest thing of like, cool, I need to grasp up the energy to entertain now. So the eye-opening bit has been, where do I focus my energy? Because right now I've only got a certain amount of energy to give. So it's trying to like recover when I can, trying to make sure I give energy to the things that matter most to me, which is at the top, music and my family. Trying to balance those, but it's been difficult, but at the same time, like
you make it work.
You figure it out. Exactly.
Because I'm just thinking again, just what are the timings for some of those like central London gigs you do, or the ones in Old Street and things like that?
So sometimes they finish at like midnight.
Right. And
so the long ones are like 7 till midnight.
Yeah. With
like an hour break in between.
So you must have, how soon did you get back to the gigs? Because you must have done some of them on very little sleep, right?
Yeah. Like two. So maybe a week and a half after giving birth.
Just back on stage.
Back to gigging.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And because the main thing I hear about everyone who's a new parent is the sleep thing. They just say they're always knackered. They're up every couple of hours in the night. Yeah. I'm assuming that's
same. Well. Yeah. Just so maybe 3 or 4 hours, especially at the start, last couple of weeks. Yeah. He's been getting better.
Yeah.
But Tanya, like, just an absolute legend, like just supporting me so much. Yeah. And it's just I think I remember her saying, like, you need to go back to gigging or you're going to go mental. Okay. Like, you need to go like perform and play music and kind of use that as your therapy and your way of screaming
and kind of processing and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's so beautiful. Like, I always need that.
Yeah.
And no matter all the hardships that I've had in my life, I feel like music has been that one thing that I can truly say, you know, I always go back to it to kind of make me realize who I am again. Like it's like my foundation. Yeah. So to still have that, I count as a blessing. So when I do turn up to those stages and I don't have 60%, or I'm only at 60%, I'm trying to give it all my all. I just try and just give it all that I can. For sure. Just because I love it so much.
Yeah, man. But that's also just so sweet of Tanya to recognize and appreciate that, you know, even in this moment where you're having this beautiful kind of first couple of weeks with the child, she's still like, you got to get on stage, man. Yeah. Like, she knows, do you know what I mean? She knows that she's like, you got to, man.
It's more like she knows you well enough. Fuck out of me. If you're like, you don't get on stage. Yeah. Like, you need to get that out of you. But yeah, man, it's been, anyone with a baby knows it's a tough journey, but it's a rewarding journey at the same time. So I'm excited to see what the future holds. Yeah. And I actually wrote my first song in a good few months. In like the morning at 6 a.m. while Kai was just asleep next to me, which was kind of nice. And I think, as I said, like the energy bit of like, where do I want to focus my energy? Yeah. And it's just like, well, I've got 15 minutes now. Let's pick up the guitar and have a little play when I do have that leftover energy, or you know, when I do get the inspiration, which is really nice.
Was that like were you there and you were like, oh, do you know what? I feel really inspired. I'm going to write a song. Or was it just more a case of you picked up the guitar and then just
picked up the guitar,
had a few minutes and then were like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and just had a little play and just knew that I had a couple of minutes to spare. So why not? Push this into something that I love, which has been really nice. Anyway, I've had a baby, but you've been flying around the world and being a legend.
I don't know if I've flown around the world.
Didn't you go to
what are you going to say? Japan?
Yes.
That was in June, so that we have done a podcast since then.
Yeah, but I swear you've been somewhere again. I swear you've been to Japan.
Do you know, a lot has happened in, what was it? So we were saying end of July and we're now in November. So yeah.
Walk me through it, man. What's happened?
I think the main things that have happened in those 3 months have been the UK tour, which was in September. And then October, I kicked off kind of rolling out an instrumental EP. So those have been the main things artist-wise. Apart from that, there has been lots of trips, and I've been traveling here and there with like family and friends.
Okay, cool. I've seen your content recently on like social media of you like in Camden and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, man. Yeah, that's for the new stuff. And I've never really I haven't done the kind of miming reels thing before, but that's kind of what everyone does now. You know,
it looks great, man.
Thank you, man.
It looks great, and you got the little like zoom out as well and stuff like it. Like, it looks wicked.
Yeah,
it looks
thanks,
really,
dude.
Really
yeah, no, I've got
and it matches the style, right?
Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad that comes across. I've got to say though, it's an interesting one with doing that kind of thing, because I shot a bunch of these videos, right? Like maybe 3 or 4 for each song. And there's like 4 singles. So that's like 20 odd videos, which is great to have that content. It's the first time I've been like organized enough to actually be sat on content and be, you know, putting it out whenever.
Yeah.
But all I'm seeing is the first one did all right. Then the second one did all right. And the more I post them, the less engagement I'm getting. Which is, I kind of get, because people who follow me are like, well, we've seen him standing in a street playing guitar, whatever.
But isn't that what like loads of social media people do? Like post the same and just like every hour.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like doing like a couple of TikToks a day. Yeah. So I don't regret it. I'm gonna obviously post everything I've got, but like, yeah, genuinely, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but like all I'm seeing is the numbers kind of dropping, and it's hard to not be a bit like, oh, that's a shame.
Oh man,
do you know what I mean? But that is what it is, you know.
You should like post the same, or not the same version, but so the first post that you did, the same shot with the same song, but a different part of the song or something. See if it's something to do with like maybe the visuals in the song are just great compared to like the other ones. Not saying that they're bad, but, you know.
Yeah, some are definitely better than others, and I have been using different bits of the song as well. And you know, it could be the time of day thing, but
strange, isn't it? There's so many variables with it.
There are, and I do think generally what has been good about this campaign, I suppose, or doing these kind of reels, is why I wanted to do them is because every time, I think this has come up before, every time you post about on your social media the most important thing, which is a gig or a song or a project being out and asking people to go and do something, please essentially go stream this or go buy this, those posts always do the worst. You know, it's like a random post. Like I did this post of like a Halloween thing where I dressed up as Mario, right? And it was like a bunch of pictures, and it outdid like all these rules. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, God damn it.
You're like, fucking hell.
Yeah, like I spent money on these. I've gone to Camden, I put this outfit on, I've stood on a bridge like a tit and played my song with people walking past going, what's this idiot doing?
But no one steals my camera.
Care less about that. They just want to see me dressed up as Mario, like in a pub. I'll do that more of that then, I guess.
It's mental. It's happened to me like loads of times as well. Like the post that I'm just throwing up is just like me and Tanya in Greenwich, and I've got a beer, and people are like, woo!
Yeah, woo! I drink beer too, man. Like
6 months doing this project, and now I'm releasing it, and I get 16 likes, all from like different of my mom's accounts.
Yeah, exactly. So that is it. But
strange.
In the same breath, I think the one positive has been the Out Now posts have done better. So because previously I would just sort of post the artwork or maybe like a canvas, which is what you put with a single on Spotify. If you don't know, when you listen to a song on Spotify and you see a little repeated animation, that's called a canvas. So I would usually just post them, which would be an animated thing, not personal at all, and they always sucked, like in terms of engagement. So I was like, I need a better Out Now post. And so the Out Now posts have been doing better.
Okay.
It's a better way to say this song's out now for sure. But yeah, in terms of kind of the traction and keeping people engaged, it's
hard.
It's hard, man. Yeah, I don't know what they want. Do you know what I mean?
Justin Bieber can just like wear a hoodie.
Yeah,
I saw Justin Bieber on social media today wearing a hoodie for like 4 seconds and smash some drums, and then like a million comments and just like, I guess he is Justin Bieber.
He's Biebs, yeah. He's up there.
Have you heard his new albums?
Couple bits. Pretty sick, right?
Really fucking good.
Yeah, it reminded me of
Dijon.
Yeah, the guys you like. Yeah,
they're all over it. I think they produced it,
right,
and wrote it.
Right,
you can hear a lot of.
That checks out.
It, wrote it, sang it.
Yeah.
But no, incredible, tasteful record.
Nice.
Justin Bieber obviously listening, so just want to shout you out. So thank you.
Yeah. Also, thanks for listening to the pod, man.
Yeah, really appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate that.
And Harry Styles. I hope I meet Harry Styles one day.
Yeah.
I think we could be best friends.
Why? What is it specifically about Harry Styles that?
I actually don't know.
Just fancy
him. It's exactly that. I think it is a man crush. I think I just fancy him.
I've met my guilty pleasure, if you'd even call it that, because I feel like when you're in your 30s, I'm not really guilty about anything.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, it is what it is.
But my guilty pleasure, I'm doing inverted commas, by the way, sorry, because it's a podcast. McFly.
Oh,
love him. Yeah, game. Love him to pieces.
And they're great.
I've met 2 of them through different things. One was I just happened to be playing covers at a wedding that Danny was at.
No way.
And the other one was I did a gig with Addy Suleiman, and it was for Teenage Cancer Trust, and the drummer was there. And so now, and I met him, and it was when One Direction were coming up, and it was really interesting talking to him about that. He was like, oh yeah, everyone's comparing us to One Direction, but we're totally different.
Yeah, I was going to say.
They have songs written for them, they perform, we write our songs and play. Yeah. Anyways, so it's like my life mission to meet the other 2 so I can like complete the set. Nice. And then I've met them all. So that's who I want to meet.
Is that why you're releasing music?
Kind of, yeah.
That's your main goal.
Yeah, to meet the other 2 members of McFly.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, guys.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, actually, on the McFly note, I don't know if you've ever seen, I do these like mini beat reel things.
Yeah, they're wicked.
I did one. So they're all kind of in the Edbler space, soul, R&B, hip hop, blah, blah, blah. And the idea being that people, if they like it, they go, oh, I'm going to follow this guy, and then they like it when I release music. I did one a few months ago that was not my style at all. It was UK Garage.
Nice.
I did a UK Garage version of Obviously by McFly.
Yeah.
And again, annoyingly, it's like the best one I've ever done in terms of like stats and stuff like that. It just went nuts. And I'm like, this is useless, because anyone who follows me for UK Garage is going to be sorely disappointed by what they hear.
You should do a UK Garage album now.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Has to be done.
I love a bit of UK Garage.
Has to be done, man.
UKG.
I do need to get back on the social media hype, but I'm just like,
do you?
What do I do? Or the other part of it is just only do social media like when I'm about to release something and then use it again. Because right now, my social media picture is Tanya. And then my social media bio is, hey, Harry Styles, give me an email if you ever see this.
Really?
Like, because I'm trying not to use social media. Okay. So right now, it's not the best use. But I feel like, the next time I want to use that like social media account is when I've got something new to release.
Yeah,
and I've been thinking about like recreating like a new social media account or going by a different name and stuff.
Okay.
And for me, that's kind of cool. But at the same time, I'm like, no, I like to see the progression in everything I've done.
Yeah.
Like, although, there's some songs that I would do differently or some songs I just wouldn't release. But I feel like that's a good progression of everything that I've learned and to where I am now.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I think I want to keep on the same Zach said vibe.
You should, man. I saw a really good reel by Russ. I don't know if you know Russ.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He was the guy, did he like write a song every day or something? Or release a song every day for a month? Oh, no, release a song every month over a year.
Yeah.
Something like that. Cool.
Yeah, he's prolific and he produces and like he basically does everything himself. And he must be like one of the most successful independent artists.
Damn.
And I actually don't listen to that much of his music, but I follow him and love and respect him because of like
his work ethic
and what he's achieved.
Yeah.
And I just really rate the way he talks about things. And he did one this morning that was saying that about artists, you want to, as a fan of someone, he was like, he doesn't want, you should change, basically. He was saying, don't necessarily have to stick to like what's made you successful at the start. You know what I mean? And he's like, as a fan, I don't want artists to like sound like that necessarily anyway.
No, you want them to grow.
Which was really encouraging to hear because I still, and I don't try not to deep my statistics too much, but I look at it and the early stuff I did, 6 years ago is still some of the best performing. They're in like the top 5 potentially, the first few songs.
Same.
And then there's a bit where it's like a bit of you is like, should I be making more stuff like that? But then I'm like, deep down, I'm like, I don't want to do that. And I'd like to think that my fans don't want me to do that. And I think that's basically what he was saying is that fans, as himself as a fan, I think generally they want you to grow, they want you to progress, they want you to
feel transparent. I see it as the way as being on stage as well, as if you're not honest on stage and you're not enjoying yourself and feeling it and loving it, then that won't, like, people can see through that, like, subconsciously. I think
it's a good way of thinking about
it. Yeah, I think anything that just seems mass produced or calculated,
or a reproduction of something or another version of something,
or maybe it hits popularity wise, but maybe it doesn't hit people as deep as we want it to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which is the main thing. Yeah. So yeah, man, whatever you make now should definitely still be, Zach said, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I've there are lots of ideas bubbling. I just can't wait to release.
Tell me more.
I've just been playing with different sounds and stuff at home.
Yeah.
And also so when I first started recording music, I used to always have a bit of a mumble. Not a mumble, but I didn't really pronounce my words correctly.
Okay.
I didn't hit the consonants, and I'll just be like, just
like D'Angelo style.
Yeah. You have no idea what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then when I was recording, like, people used to be like, no, you, like, what are you doing? You need to pronounce your words. Yeah. And now I've kind of just I've been listening to like loads of different artists, and where I don't have a clue what they're saying.
Yeah.
And I realize that really doesn't matter to me about what they're saying. I kind of get the tone, and that's the beautiful thing about music is like anyone can listen to it regardless of language and kind of still get the idea or like the honesty behind it. So I've been toying with that and adding some like grittiness like over the vocals instead of like this crisp I've just been playing
around with it. I think even when we last spoke, you were still sort of I think it seems to me from the outside, from maybe off the offset of stuff you've been listening to, like you're sort of Dijon McGee guys who are really fucking things up sonically in an amazing way. So I wonder if like subconsciously you're making stuff and you're like, nah, it's too clean, and you're playing around with things, put the vocals through an amp and put the flipping bass through a keyboard amp. You know what I mean?
I've been doing it. I've been kind of writing and playing with different tones for me.
Tones is in your vocal tones? Or?
Yeah, vocal tones, but then like tonality is in with the mix, the mix, which has been really fun. But for me, like I haven't been doing it to go, will this, how will this sound after the last EP?
Right.
Like the three people that I usually send it to, like, well, what will they think? Now I'm kind of like, I want them to say this is weird. Like, and do it for me and go, so I can listen it into the car and do this.
That's amazing, man. That's when the best stuff's always made, right?
I think so. We say that, and in like 3 months' time, I believe. But Zach, tell me your angle here.
So, how do you feel about this EP being your biggest flop?
Let's go back a couple of podcasts. Let's originate where this started from. But it's been really exciting, man. And I haven't got a bogey, have I?
No.
Okay.
That is exciting, though, man.
That's a social media cut.
Yeah. Tune in now. We're back after a long break. Just you go, I haven't got a bogey, have I?
No, that's really exciting, man.
Yeah.
It's just wicked. It's cool. Music's wicked.
Yeah.
Been doing lots of gigs as well, which is sound.
Are you doing more gigs, like consciously, or same gigs?
Same kind of gigs, I would say. The gigs that I enjoy to do.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to pick those more.
Yeah.
More the people that I want to play with.
Yeah.
Which is nice to be in a position after like 14 years of playing gigs, of playing No Diggity at different tempos, to be able to go like, actually, I want to play with these guys, and it's got a nice sound and stuff, which has been kind of cool.
Have
you got any shows coming? I know you do like a Christmas show sometimes.
Yes, I do have a Christmas show coming.
Have I leaked it?
No, not at all. No, in fact, it's sold out already.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Well, where is it?
It's at Pizza Express in Chelsea.
Nice. So I did see it. I did see it. Yeah.
So usually, I love Christmas, and I've done Christmas gigs for the last 2 years running, and I've done them at Hootenanny.
Yeah. Great sound.
Yeah. You've supported me on one, I believe. Yeah. So love Hootenanny. It's a vibey place. I love the people there. It's such a nice, just kind of community. Yeah. Like, I've done a bunch of stuff with them. It's like kind of like my local as well in terms of
it's close,
pub and and gigging, and it's just I just love it so much. But and the first Christmas party we did, I was having a great year. It was 2023. Everything was kind of popping off, and I did it, and it sold out, and it was this amazing night. Then I decided to do it the next year. The problem with doing these Christmas gigs is I always tour, or not always, I tend to tour in like September, October, so it's always quite close to that.
Gotcha.
Usually you want to leave a gap. And so last year I did it, but I think I toured in like September, October, I can't remember. Anyways, I did it anyway last December, and it didn't sell as well, which is fine, still did 100 to 200, something like that. I can't remember the amount, but it felt a little bit emptier in the room, which again was fine. That's just part of it.
Yeah.
But I think for me with this year, and I might have said this already, but part of my kind of mindset, I suppose, for this year, with it being my first year without management or a booking agent or a promoter, with gigs, I still wanted to gig. I kind of made that decision at the start of the year, and did the tour and all that, which is amazing. And I still really wanted to do a Christmas gig, but I just thought, I don't want to do Hootenanny and it just be even less people again.
Yeah.
I want to make sure when I do Hootenanny that there's demand for it,
Yeah.
And so with that in mind, most of the shows, I specifically kind of chose smaller venues for the tour than I played previously, just to kind of try and sell them out and fill them out.
Mate, of course. Yeah, it's better for the people that are coming then as well, right? It creates more of an atmosphere as well.
Yeah, man. And 100%. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's just in my mind, but I do feel like there is a kind of thing about
sold out,
selling out shows. Yeah. It's like,
regardless of the capacity, if it says sold out, people are like, oh, okay,
yeah. And I even feel from like the industry output, it's like, oh, I did this London show. They're like, how did it sell? Yeah. You have to kind of say, I sold out this show. I sold out the X show. It's just a big.
Yeah, well, we try to keep a checklist of like we sold out every Zach Said show up to like a certain point.
Right.
So that was kind of our like way of going, we've sold out every show.
Yeah, exactly. I still say that now.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, we've done, like that's consistently.
Yeah, and it's a great look. Agents go, ooh, wow, amazing.
Go, ooh, yeah.
Exactly.
But no one goes, oh yeah, cool, but it was just your living room.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, ooh, but it says sold out and it's good to show. You know what I mean? So I know what you mean.
That's
it. It's a weird flex, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I've done basically is, Yeah,
but it's needed.
With the December gig, I'm doing this gig in Pizza Express Chelsea, which is pretty small. It's like 80 capacity. But I just wanted to do it. I've had a good relationship with Pizza Express Live as well.
Yeah, they've got the sound is wicked. You get to record it, right?
Yeah, that's the other thing is that on the tour in September, the last show was at Pizza Express Holborn, and I got the stems, and I've been mixing that. Last week I was mixing it all week, so I'm going to drop that early next year as like a little live EP, which will be sick.
Sick, man.
But yeah, so they've got 3 venues, and I've done 2. The only one I haven't done is this one in Chelsea, so I'm doing that in December.
Has to be done.
Sold it out nice and quick, and then we'll reassess.
Question:
next year.
I'm not sure if we talked about this last time, but the tour.
Yes.
So you planned that, you executed it, you sold the tickets, you social media plugged it, you marketed it, you did all that stuff by yourself.
Yeah.
Was that the first tour you doing it by yourself compared to having a promoter, an agency, and a manager?
Yeah.
Which you basically did those as well. But How what's the difference of like trying to find the venues, emailing them, saying, hey, like I want to put on this show? Do you do you need to put down what's the difference between doing it yourself compared to an agency?
So the whole thing was a lot more DIY, generally speaking. So the first thing that happened was I got this Pizza Express gig, and again, I've got a good relationship with them, so we were just emailing direct anyway, and they're great, and they have their in-house promotion team as well. So it's like, and then they say, this is the fee if you sell it out, and I'm like, cool, I know how much like my budget is then for the show. And I think again, just because they have their own promotion team or promotion in-house, that made a massive difference, because before I'd even announced that gig, I think I'd sold like 20 tickets because it was on their Instagram, it was on their website. Yeah. And also people just go anyway, just to vibe and hear some new music. So that was cool. And then off the back of that, I wanted to play in Chester, where I'm from, because I've never actually played there with the Edinburgh project.
Oh, no way. Okay, yeah.
And so...
but that was proper special.
Oh, it was lovely, man. Yeah. I really actually wanted to play at this venue called Telford's Warehouse, which is by the canal, and it's where I did one of my first ever gigs when I was like super young with my mates. I remember we did the open mic night there, and we had to go in with our parents because we were like 14 or something, and it was a pub, so we shouldn't really have been there. And we were probably terrible, but it was like amazing, and I have really fond memories of that. So I tried to sort that out, and that took a while before it didn't really go anywhere. Yeah, the guy was kind of like, it was quite funny. I remember speaking to the guy on the phone, and I was like, because they do music on Saturdays mainly, but I was like, I'm trying to organise a tour, so we'll be there on the Monday or Tuesday or something. And he was like, oh, we got pub quiz Monday, and then we got like an art class on a Tuesday night. And I was like, okay, that's the vibe. So it's more of like that kind of venue now, which is a shame. But then my friend suggested this other venue called Alexander's Live, which is an amazing kind of more jazz leaning venue in Chester that I've never played at either, obviously. And again, got in touch with them. They were really forthcoming. They also have their own promotion team, so that helped. Yeah. And basically that became the kind of template. It was like, okay, let's do independent venues that has their own promo. So then I found a really old email chain with a venue called Peggy Skylight in Nottingham. They've got their own in-house as well. They had a guaranteed offer. So again, we did that. That was on the Wednesday. And then I basically knew I had one day in the middle, this Tuesday, to fill. But it was only a couple of months before. And the most obvious place for me was Bristol, because I played there every tour and always have a great time.
Bristol's wicked.
But that was tough, because with booking shows and having an agent and stuff like that, it's done way in advance. Yeah, at least 6 months. Yeah, and I was sometimes more, right? Sometimes a year. And because I was just winging it and DIYing it, there was basically no venues. I must have emailed like 20. Not 20, maybe like a dozen different places trying to get a show. And I was looking. And eventually I found somewhere called the Bristol Fringe, which just has this tiny back room of 50 capacity. And I loved it there, but it's a really kind of back to basics venue. Like the stage is there, the audience is there. Yeah. There's one PA, no monitors. Like the sound was a bit like not great, to be honest, but the vibes were sick. Yeah. And we were like, I was there, Jay was right next to me, there was nowhere to move, and but it was kind of special because of that. And they didn't really have promo, and I definitely noticed that it's working. I mean, and generally as well, I think the ticket sales were slower, because even though they have their own in-house promo, they're promoting, they've got shows every night, so they've got a lot to push. I'd say it was a lot of admin, a lot of work. Tickets moved a lot slower, But I'm really glad I did it.
Did it, mate?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
No,
like,
I'm really glad.
The first time that you did it, and that's phenomenal.
Thank
to put
you,
in the
man.
work and to pull it off with sold out venues, which is a weird flex, as we said, but to pull it off regardless.
Yeah.
Traveling around, having money in your pocket, being able to turn up and see your fans with a band behind you.
Yeah.
Like, that's phenomenal. So
Thank
congrats,
you, man.
brother.
And I've got to say as well, I would have lost money on that tour.
If it was with an agency.
If I hadn't got, probably that, but also I got some funding. I don't know if I mentioned this before.
No.
I applied for some funding last year, didn't get it. Applied for the same fund this year and got it for this tour. Which meant that I was able, to take the whole band. We employed a driver. We had a splitter van.
Nice.
Which
did it properly. Huge difference.
Yeah, man. It was like every journey we were just in the back playing Switch and just cracking up.
Man.
And
that's really
I loved
wicked.
it, man. Yeah, really, really loved it. And it's the first time I've made money on a tour because I got funded. So
I was going to say, all the tours that I've done previously, I think I've only done like 2 tours or something.
Yeah.
But all the tours previously, actually, I think on the first one I was lucky because the label paid for it.
Yeah, nice.
But I guess they're still recouping on that anyway from the songs that I've released anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it's super cool to have like all of your band with you in a bus, like on the way to go play like your show, and it's really exciting.
Exactly, man. It was really fun, and I just feel like, I mean, a lot of like what you do as an artist is kind of made up, right? Is it like you'll just be like, I'm going to do a live EP, or I'm going to do an album in 2 years, or do you know what I mean? You do kind of make it up, but when you have a team, like a manager, for example, I'd run things by JC and say, I'm thinking of doing this, and he'd go, yeah, that's cool. It feels even more like I'm making it up now. Yeah. Because I got this London gig and was like, I want to play in Chester, and then got a Chester gig and was like, I'm going to do a UK tour. It just feels really made up. So
I might do an instrumental EP. Yeah, I'll do an instrumental EP.
Exactly that, man. But
do you run it by like the wife then? And you kind of go, this is what I'm thinking, or run it by like bandmates and
Yeah, I'll talk to Bobs about it and stuff and be like, I really want to do this. And she'll be like,
but like, how awesome is that? Like, because to have like a calendar that you're looking out on the wall and go, I'm going to release an EP there.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. And then you work backwards. And you're like, right, what do I need to do that? How would that impact? Like, and it's just creating this brand for yourself. And, man, that's really, really cool.
Thank you, man.
Whenever I have this podcast, I instantly go back to Tanya and I'm like, cool, all right, let's set a date, let's do this. Like, when should I release and stuff like that? And I think it's even more now with the baby because now I'm just like, I really don't have the time. I really don't.
Yeah. And so, you didn't have the time anyway.
And I didn't have the time anyway. So now I'm like, cool, right, I'm trying to figure out money and I'm going, cool, I need to support my family. But at the same time, I'm like, I need to get back on the music because I'm so scared that if I don't release something in the next couple of years, I'm going to be 40, and then you look back and you're like, instead I was stressing about things that it's just no point in stressing about.
Yeah.
Instead of putting, like, I could turn around and tell Kai in like 10 years when it's his 10th birthday and be like, I released some music, check that, this is throughout your life, I'm a musician. And it's been great because when me and Tanya have like signed his birth certificate or when we signed like our marriage certificate and stuff, I always put musician, which is really nice. Like I start off by going like IT manager, and then Tanya turns to me and goes, really? And then the person that lets us sign it goes, really? And Tanya goes, he's a musician. I'm like, cool, I'll do this.
That's
really cool.
That's it, man.
It's nice to keep the identity.
Yeah, man.
It's nice to keep the identity.
Yeah.
But yeah. Mate, exciting, man.
Yeah.
So, instrumental EP out.
Yeah. Depending on when this comes out, it'll either be out or about to come out,
Do you think you'll do one of those again?
Possibly. I think, the intention was to do a couple of them. There's a few bits kind of up in the air for next year at the moment, but I think...
I guess like... You go, cool, I'll write some music with artists. And then any music that artists kind of don't take, but you still love the song, you're like, whack it on EP.
Exactly, man. And I think for this, what I've really enjoyed about this project, which is called the Nylon EP, it's all about like the nylon guitar and going back to, which is kind of my roots, And I've sat down at the start of the year, a week without sessions and like just went into the home studio every day, like Monday to Friday, and sat with the guitar. And basically each day would sit there and make until I made something that I thought was like decent. And that is now the EP, even though it's taken ages to roll out. So that's been a really nice process. And it's actually the part of my thinking for it was it being the first time I've ever done a release without anyone else involved. Just to see what it would sound like, creatively. And also kind of financially, if I'm being honest, just to put out a release that's not got any other cuts on it.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, very true. Because usually you're like, the amount of admin that goes into making sure that, like, because I get the emails, making sure that you go, cool, hey, this is how much you're owed from this song.
Yeah.
And it's not just releasing it, then doing that for a year.
Yeah.
It's like, I've released this song 5 years ago with this person, and I need to still keep making sure that money goes to them, right?
Exactly,
so,
man.
Yeah. So imagine not splitting that and just getting 100%.
That's it, man. So that's what I'm enjoying that,
and not splitting it with a manager.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Like to go financially, this is all me.
Yeah. So that's been nice, and also it's mainly creatively. The financial thing is a plus, but I have no issues.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I have no issues with all my stuff being 50-50 with artists, because my song/project wouldn't exist without these artists. So it's dope. It's so incredible. I love it, but at the same time, it's kind of cool to have something that's just me.
It is
just Ebla, baby.
It is. That's really nice. To put, to go, because I bet even with me, I'm like, oh no, the bass could be turned up a little bit. All right, yeah. But to go, no, this is just me. This is how I want it to sound. This is the middle 8 section I want. I don't want a middle 8 section. I want it to be 2 minutes 16, not 4 minutes. Yeah. Like those little things.
But even with that though, on the flip side, it's like I quite enjoy, the
back and forth.
I enjoy that. So you get to this end thing and it's like, okay, this is cool. Like I don't have anyone to bounce off. So the only person who says, when it's going from this initial demo to the final mix and master, aside from mastering, who's like, he's making sure it's leveled out nice, the only person who has any say is also me, which has been a little daunting.
That must be hard on the other side though, right? Like to go, because I've been there plenty of times when I've written a song by myself and I go, is this good?
Yeah.
Like, or am I just pretty baked? Like, or like, and then I'll listen to it in another week's time. I'm like, is that good? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And usually I'll send it to people. I'm like, is this good?
Yes. Yeah.
But at the same time, doing it with someone and bouncing off someone and kind of pushing where you wouldn't usually go kind of brings out the best of us individuals, individually as well, right?
So, it's true. And when you're both buzzing about a song you just made, I'm not questioning whether it's good or not. I'm like, this is sick. We're buzzing right now. Whereas if I'm just on my own buzzing, I'm like, is it? Maybe it's not great though, and I'm just buzzing my head off. I've
done it, And I'm like, oh my god, it's fucking sick. I'm a legend.
Exactly.
I'm a god. Yeah. And then I send it to someone, they're like, not your best.
Yeah. Or you listen the next morning, you're like, man, this sounds awful. Yeah. So that in itself has been quite a process and a learning process, and. We'll do like a maybe next month. Hopefully, we'll get another one in with a guest and maybe do like a kind of a reflection on the year, because it's been a big year for both of us. But I feel like for me, like I've really loved it actually overall, and I think every achievement, whether it's the tour or this EP now or the mixtape coming out in June, that I've done without a manager for the first time, has kind of really felt extra kind of sweet and special, and like I've been a bit extra proud because I've been like, that was me, man. I decided to do that,
cool,
so
that's really fucking cool.
Yeah,
congrats.
Really
that's
Thank
fucking
you, man.
Wicked, man.
Thank you, man. Honestly, bro, it's been so good to catch up, man, because I feel like I've said this before, but it feels like therapy, because you don't really look back. You're always looking forward. What's the next thing? What's happening next week? What's happening tomorrow? Whereas I feel like these podcasts, it's like, especially now when it's been like months since we've seen each other.
Yeah.
We're smashing it, man.
Yeah, man. And I think that's said for every industry as well.
Yeah.
Like I was, for
sure.
Yeah. I remember when I was filling out CVs and stuff back in the day, and when you have to write about like your achievements over the last year and stuff, I actually wrote on one of them. I was like, oh yeah, this is actually really, really nice to talk about this right now, because we never ever look back at the last 12 months and go, this is what I achieved in.
When you list it,
yeah,
it's like, wow,
even in every role, like we never sit down and go, unless you have like a manager catch up or something like that. But in the creative industry, when you don't have that and you're just talking to friends and stuff, it's hard to look back and go, fuck me.
Yeah.
We're all right.
Yeah, exactly, man.
We're all right.
Yeah, which is important to do that,
Yeah, man. It's good to look at the good things, eh?
On that note, got anything coming up? Rest of the year, how's it looking?
I want to sort out an electric electric bassinet for the baby so it can rock itself to sleep.
Oh, is that a thing?
That's the number one on my priority right now.
Yeah.
So like when he so apparently he starts crying or like moves a little bit, it goes, and then it starts playing sounds of like shh, like white noise, and then it starts rocking them.
Wow.
That's a thing.
Like
some of them go for like 1,500 quid.
Okay.
There's this thing called the snoo.
Yeah.
A snoo bassinet. 1,500 quid.
Okay.
But like what their market is parents that haven't slept or slept only like 2 or 3 hours at 4 a.m. looking, how do I put my baby to sleep? Yeah. Snoo comes up.
Money's not.
Yeah, everyone goes, oh my God, it's phenomenal. Like, done. Put it on credit card. I'm getting that if it gets us more sleep, right? That's musically, you mean? Musically.
No, generally as well. So you're trying to cut out the middleman and make something similar, that because surely it won't cost anywhere near that to make something like that, right?
Oh, I'm not going to make it.
Oh, you're going to...
I wish I could make it. I'm not going to get the 1,500 one.
Something in between.
Something. Maybe just rent it. I think you can just rent.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which is way easier. And then just give it back.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't need this now.
Because
he's
what's this weird thing?
Dad, I'm not getting that. Not that he's one and going, Dad, what's up?
Yeah, I don't know when kids learn to do stuff, man.
I don't know that either, and I have a kid. My friend Ross, he's got like 3 little ones. Yeah. One's 5, one's 3, and one's 1, I think. Or 2 and 1. Yeah. And I just keep texting them, like him and Grace. I just keep going,
is this fine?
Like, when do they start holding their heads up? Because like it's well annoying holding his head up right now. Like, when can he do that by himself?
What did they say? I'd be interested to know that.
Everyone different. I think from like 6 to 12 months or something. God. Depending on how much tummy time they have.
Thanks a lot, Ross.
Yeah, God, Ross. He's like, oh yeah,
give me a straight answer, bro.
Everything's just different times, apparently, depending on your baby. And like, but they all, doing that. Musically, I am starting to cut away the cover gigs.
Okay. Interesting. Because I was going to say, surely in the run up to Christmas there'd be a lot more gigs.
November's busy, so this month's really, really busy.
Yeah.
But then December, I've only got a few shows.
Nice.
And then next year, I want to just do a couple. My plan is to just know the financials, so I know exactly how much I need to make a month.
Yeah.
So then I can go, right, I need to do that gig, need to do that, but I don't need to do the full week there.
Yeah.
So then I can go, cool, the Thursday night that I would have done a gig.
Yeah.
Tanya, we're into this rhythm now. I'm going to go do music for like 2 hours.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 2 hours Thursday night to go do music instead of spending 4 hours at a venue playing No Diggity at different tempos.
Interesting. It's interesting that you're doing that now. So you're in this position where you've got a kid and need to make more money, and you're like, I'm going to do less gigs and start writing songs. But you got it for yourself, I guess.
The reason why is because like when I had Kai, something switched instantly and went, oh, I should have like a sheet that tells me how much I'm spending and like do budgeting.
Okay, so you become more financially conscious because of Kai.
More financially conscious, but also just at a level that isn't probably normal.
Right. You're where everyone else is.
Yeah, exactly. Like before, I was like, fine.
Say yes to everything. And, right, a little bit though, right?
It'll be okay. Yeah, exactly.
Do all the gigs. You want to do a gig? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'll do all the gigs. But now I'm like, okay, all right. If I want to cut back on gigs, I need to make sure I know what I'm making money wise. So I need to have a budget so I can invest my time in the things that I really, really want to do, which is creating music and being with my family.
Oh, that's
and
beautiful,
being with friends as well, because that's been a thing as well, is going, like, who do I want to see?
Yeah.
And like just going, cool, like,
let's book it in.
Yeah, let's book it in. Like, it just shows. Yeah, it's just nice to go. Relationships I really care about and mean a lot to me, and I want to see these people, and it's just really nice to go. Podcast, let's fucking get it in, Ed. We need to catch up for an hour.
This was hard though, remember? Like, I think we spoke about this
to book it in
a few weeks ago, and this was like the soonest we could do. But you know,
both busy
boys
is what it is.
But I think it's really beautiful that through having Kai, that it sounds to me at least like it's kind of changed your perspective a little bit
on everything.
On everything for sure. And you're like, you're becoming more like financially conscious and just managing. Like you say, you're managing your time more and being like, okay, what do I want to do? And it's beautiful that part of that is music, obviously.
It's nice. I was scared.
Music,
I was scared before having a Kai that it would kind of make me go, music isn't priority. I need to make money, blah, blah, blah. But I'm glad
almost been the opposite, I guess.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's, as I said before, like it's always been a thread through the highs, through the intense lows. Music has always been a thread that made me maybe switch back to knowing who I am.
Beautiful, man.
Like getting on stage and playing with Jasper. I'm playing with Jasper again, who was like my bassist from like when I first started doing the Zach Said project.
Yeah.
And I'm playing with him again.
Class.
And just looking at him while like he's banging his fucking hair, looking at it, like hasn't aged one day. Like exactly the same, like banging his hair, like, playing absolute sick bass. And I'm like, oh my God, you just come off and you're like, cool, I know myself again now, and now I can go and be confident with my family, and yeah, it's just lovely, man. It's
That's
nice.
Beautiful note to end on.
But I am shattered. So
you have downplayed the tiredness a bit. You don't look it, I've got to say.
Oh mate, that's
internally I'm so tired.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired. All right, see you in a bit.
Yeah. See you next month.